is a couple of different things. One of which is to allow ourselves to experience what it may feel like to be on the other side, to be in the world of autism. And I'll be guiding you through different exercises and experiences to learn and play that. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. Anybody here seen the movie Autism the Musical? Anyone seen that? Oh my gosh, okay, great. So you know my story. But for some of you who haven't, we'll show a little clip from that and reminding those. And I'll tell you a little bit of my story. And then I want to share with you some of the tools that helped me with my son Neal and let you experience it. Many of these tools we now use for our volunteers. And really excited to have Simon Hamlin, who is one of our volunteers from the Miracle Project in its early days, and during the film is here. So yay, Simon, we're so glad you're here. And he'll be available to speak with you from the volunteer. We'll open up for questions at the end, and he'll be available to also answer any questions from the volunteer perspective. So I'll be telling you my story. I'll be telling you and helping you to participate in some of my learning. And then also, I'll be sharing the origins of the Miracle Project for any of you that want to create something like that in your own community. And I'll be sharing that. And then, as Jeff said to you, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of a CD series where we were pairing professional artists with kids with autism. And I'll show you a little sneak preview that no one has seen. You will be the very first audience to see that, other than our nonprofit that we used as a fundraiser last April. So that'll be a real big treat. But before we start, we need to prepare ourselves. And I do this before I walk in the room, any room with any child, and I did this in my early stages with my son Neal. As I say when you're on an airplane, that you need to put your oxygen mask on first before you put on your child's, right? When you're on an airplane, if there's a disaster, right? How often do we, as parents of children with autism, or as parents in general, and as professionals, our orientation is out there. How can we be of service to whatever out there, where I'm being taken, where I need to do, what I need to do? And we forget that there's one constant. And what is that constant? Who can tell me? What is that constant? Who said it? Yourself. Right. And if we aren't doing for ourselves what we need to do, if our own cup is half full, how are we going to be the most effective for our children, for our clients, for our students? So one of the main principles that I've learned is how to intensely, every day, take care of myself on a profound level, on a deep, profound level. And that means physically, emotionally, spiritually. We've created something now called Autism 360, which really helps parents to learn that we're not a child with autism, we're a family with autism. And some of you may have seen the Dads panel. Did you, anyone here for the Dads panel? Yeah! That my husband Jeff led and Michael was part of. In that we're a whole family with autism, and all of us need to take care of ourselves on a profound level. And whatever that means to you, as a mom, if that means making sure you have lunch once a week with your friends, dads, making sure you get that bike ride in, you know, and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. What it means on an internal level is how emotionally do you check into your own feelings, your own emotions on a regular basis, so you know where you begin and end and your child begins and ends. What I've learned so profoundly is that if I'm truly happy, my son can be happy. And if I'm in a calm space, that gives my son the ability to be in a calm space. And how many of you guys feel like your kids are your barometers? For your, yeah, seeing lots of heads. Yeah, Our kids are our barometers for where we are and what we're experiencing. I learned this early on. I was an acting coach for many, many years for film and television. Anybody here ever seen the Flintstone movie? The movie The Flintstones? Yeah. I was Pebbles and Bam Bam's acting coach. And then I adopted my own Bam Bam, which is my son Neal. Just like Bam Bam, exotic, beautiful, blonde, few words. Just like Bam Bam. Maybe Bam Bam's on the spectrum. You heard it here first. But I found early on, if I was in a place of calm, no matter what was going on in the set, I could be there for the children. And it's that same kind of principle of really tuning into our own being, getting ourselves to a real place of peace, no matter what's going on, and whatever you need to do that. So I'm going to share that with you a little bit. How many of you guys would like to learn about calm? Anybody here? Yeah? Okay, good. So that'll be part of what we do today. Another piece is understanding the sensory system of our kids. Were anyone here fortunate to experience Stephen Shore? Stephen Shore, yeah. It's so beautiful. He's become a dear friend. We email each other at all crazy hours of the night. I'm not a sleeper. And I've learned so much through Stephen's experiences. Today's model is not so much of pedantic learning, but learning from the adults who have autism, right? Let's learn. And so what I've intuitively created, I check it out with Stephen and go, yeah, is this right? And he's able to go, yeah, that's right. So I'm going to share with you some understanding about the sensory system so we can get an inside kind of internal experience of what our kids how they may experience the world through our sensory makeup. So that's something that I'm going to share with you today. And then the Miracle Project and the concepts of the Miracle Project, how movement and creativity and music can create and dispel so many of the myths. How many of you guys have heard the myths that kids with autism don't read, do want to be alone, do not want to be around other kids? Have you ever heard that? Yeah? Anybody else heard that? Yeah. I have not experienced that. I have experienced the opposite. I have experienced that our kids want what every single child wants, which is to connect, which is to be understood, which is to be listened to. There's that scene, for those of you who have seen Autism the Musical, where my son types to me, "Mom, be a better listener." Right? How many of us need to listen more, to our spouses, to our children, to ourselves, to our own internal truth, because we get too busy. We're calling insurance companies. We're dealing with, the speech therapist and the this and the that and the that. We just sometimes need to take a breath and just listen. So I'm going to share with you some different things that I've learned that have helped create the Miracle Project that you can do right in your very own home in terms of listening and understanding and participating in the world of autism.